Hey guys, welcome back, and here we are again on official servers on a full pop server. And in this journey, I thought to myself, I just want some PvP. I'm not going to build a base or do any kind of crazy looting at the gas zones or anything like that. I just want to go to Northwest Airfield, loot my way there, grab some decent guns. I might not even get, the best guns, but just something enough, enough to defend myself and maybe even take out a few of the other survivors. And once we spawn in, you see it is of course raining. The one silver lining though is that it is morning, so at least I got the full day ahead of me there. And like I said, on a full pop server, it's not going to take long to run into someone. And as you see right here, this guy is running with a glow stick as soon as I spawn in. Like I said, there's going to be multiple interactions in this journey. Hey, yo, bro, you hear me? You got a mic? I'm outside, bro. You see me?
Oh, there's a baseball bat in here. You can take it.
I'm right here, bro. You see me? You good?
Yep, I'm good.
You don't want the bat, bro?
Now you take it.
Alright, bro. Hey, bro, do you mind if we split that right there, bro? Do you see it? The food on the stove? You hear me, bro? Well, as you can see, he wasn't very talkative, so decided to just take the jam and then the baseball bat and just be on my way. Thankfully, there was a barracks nearby, so I decided to check it out. And when I saw the doors were closed, that was a very good sign. And the first thing I see is a CR mag on the floor. I decided to pick it up because you never know. And what do you know? Right down the hall was a CR on the floor. Once I heard that explosion, I knew obviously someone must be raiding, especially right here on the coast. 5 minutes into the game, and I'm already hearing explosives. As tempting as it was to go looking for it, I realized just a CR. Whoever was looting, I'm sorry, not looting, but base raiding, which most likely is what was happening, I would assume would be geared, and I knew a CR would not be enough unless I was able to sneak up on them. And honestly, that soon in, it just wasn't worth it, honestly. So I decided to just keep looting quietly and just move on. At this point, I was done looting the town. I was ready to move on, so I decided to hit the water well, fill up with everything that I could, and be on my way. And when I was about to leave, I found some fruit on the floor, which was a very welcome sight because you never know when you're going to find your next meal in this game. As most players know, a knife is very useful in this game. Now, even though this was a scythe, it was just as good. And when I saw the zombie with the backpack, there was no way I was going to leave this behind. Just another reason why you should always be farming zombies. You never know what they have on them. And look at that, he's got a knife, or she has a knife and a soda, or beer I should say. And in this house right here, I came across an MK2. This town was just a gold mine. This is definitely one of the best starts I've had in a long time. And when you're on a full pop server like this one, you're gonna find bases just scattered all over. Most of them will already be raided like this one was, but it just goes to show how many people are just running around this map, which is why I'm always paranoid. I pretty much figured there was nothing in here, but might as well check, right? In this building, I found another MK2. That was unbelievable to me. Now, I did not need the gun, obviously, but I will definitely, absolutely take that clip. And yet another MK2. I could not believe it. Now, obviously, it did not have a clip in it, so I didn't, need it anyways. But still, I could not believe how many MK2s I was finding in here. And right in the same town was the police station. Was like my best chance to get a vest, possibly a shotgun, honestly, even a rifle. But after I went through it, there was nothing in there, top to bottom. Someone had already picked it clean, which, on a full pop server, it's going to happen with most places. As I was running through the field, I saw some meat here that was carved up, and at first I thought it was a human, and then I looked closer and realized it was a goat, and I thought to myself, okay, this is either a trap or just pure luck. So I grabbed the meat immediately and just ran off, which told me that there was someone relatively nearby. So I was not going to stick around. I got real lucky with this rangefinder. I've mentioned before in past videos, a rangefinder is one of the most important things that I can find, because I'm not the best when it comes to ranging things, so those definitely come in handy. And that gunshot was extremely close. I had no idea how close he was. At the time, I figured he was either in the same town I was or at least down the road. So I continued looting, decided to keep my head down, be very quiet about it, especially considering, once again, the only thing I had on me weapon-wise that was decent was the CR. In this house, I found a better jacket on the table right there. We had a better inventory and a better condition overall, so decided to do a quick swap. And as I continued outside, these little garden sheds right here, I saw a dead zombie on the floor, and that told me everything. The player was indeed in the town. And seconds after I found the zombie, I could hear a player shivering, and I knew it wasn't me. So I had to stop, take a look around. I knew there was a water well nearby, and that's exactly where I found him. I'll never know if he was friendly or not, but honestly, it wasn't worth the risk. So I decided to just put him down right then and there. The loot he had was nothing crazy, but I did in fact have time to finally cook that meat that I found in the field earlier. But after I took the few things that he had, it was time to continue down the road. Once I got to the military base, I knew this would be my best chance to upgrade my weapons just before I get to Northwest Airfield. The first thing I come across in this container is a backpack in a much better upgrade over the current backpack that I have right now, so there's no way I was going to leave that behind. And once again, another dead zombie on the floor, telling me that also, once again, there's a player nearby. How close? I have no idea. But once I saw the dead body, my paranoia level just shot straight up. But it also did confirm, after I continued checking, that all the tents there were definitely picked through, which was too bad. And just like that, I finally got my fully equipped upgrade, which is the Vega with a drum magazine. So now I'm finally able to defend myself, at least in close quarter combat anyways. Obviously, if someone's at a pretty good distance, not going to be that useful. And here we are, Northwest Airfield. After scoping out the plane and the tower, I realized that there was no one there, at least no one that I could see, so I decided to check the plane and see what I could find. After finding a few things there, I decided to stay nearby and log off and just get a fresh start the next day and give myself much better odds at finding stuff at Northwest Airfield. The very next day I logged back in and I was hoping that there would be better stuff here. The first thing I find was this KAM mag, but that was really about it. Decided to dart across the field towards the tower, all the tents, and I was hoping that it would offer more than just some sodas and some hats. But as you can see, man, there was nothing in here telling me that either it was just bad luck with looting, or someone had already been here. So afterwards, decided to run up north to the tents out there, and at first was not finding much, which was a very discouraging thing. But in the very next tent, I come across a KAM, which I had just found the Mac for earlier. And not long after, I come across the M16. Now, not the best rifle in the game, but definitely an upgrade over most guns. And honestly, I didn't have much ammo for it. In fact, I only had the one clip. And I didn't want to leave the Vega behind just for that, because the Vega I had plenty of ammo for. So for the meantime, decided to keep all three. At this point, I had to log off to take care of a few things, but I was off the game for about a few hours, and I was hoping that when I logged back in, hopefully the server would have restarted by then. And when I did log back in, I made my way back to the tents, decided to check out the medical tents first. I found nothing in there. And when I came back out here, of course, paranoid as always, once I went through the tents, I came across the VS-89. I could not believe it finally, because I just found a scope for this early on in the game, and I decided to keep it. Thankfully I did. So at this point, I've got the KAM and I've got the VS-89. I've got pretty much every gun I could need to defend myself no matter where I go now. And I came across this backpack inside this container, and I saw all the stuff in it, and I did not know where the original owner was. I wasn't sure if someone killed this guy or if he left it behind. It just raised so many questions. Just like that, I'm getting shot at, which is why you should never be out in the open field like that unless you absolutely have to. So it's time to zigzag and get the hell out of there. Once I made it out of Northwest Airfield, decided to head down to DayZ, see if I could find anything interesting over there, and I found something very interesting. Once again hearing gunshots, and once again going to investigate. I had so many questions after I killed this guy. Who was he shooting at? Where was he coming from? Because coming down from that road, there's no zombie spawns that I'm aware of. So I don't know if he was shooting at someone, shooting wildlife. I have no idea. But as you can see through his inventory, it looked like he was coming from from DayZ, because he even had a landmine on him. So he pretty much saved me the trip. So after killing that guy, now it was time to head back to Northwest Airfield and see if I can find the guy who was shooting at me that made me run in the first place. In the first place, I decided to check his airplane, and what do I find? At last, the SCR rifle, and it even had a clip with it already inside. And just like that, guys, I did it. The SCR is now mine. My first time ever finding it, and of course it was at Northwest Airfield. I mean, where else would you want to find it at? I have plenty of ammo for it. Guys, I was completely prepared to take on whoever was going to come my way. And just minutes after finding the SCR and walking away, I look back at the plane and I find another survivor looting the plane already. And just like that, it was time to take him out. One rookie mistake I made right here was I completely forgot to fix the ranging on my scope, because before I started shooting him, I was aiming at the tower and I had my gun ranged for that. This guy right here is obviously not 300 meters away, so that was completely my fault. The second rookie mistake I make right here is if you're shooting at someone in the open like that and you're missing all your shots, as tempting as it is to go after them, do not run in the open field chasing them, as tempting as it is. And as you see right here, I do end up making that mistake. I do end up giving chase, and Northwest Airfield is not the place to be running in the open, shooting wildly and shooting unsuppressed at this point. But I think I just had the adrenaline going. I did not want this guy to get away, and I just, like I said, I just made a huge rookie mistake, and I was going to pay for it, as you're going to see. These guys were determined to take me out, as you can tell. But I was not going to run far this time. Last time I did run all the way to Tizzy. This time I was not going to run. I was going to run to cover, turn back around, because I was looking for some PvP this time. After a few minutes, I decided to run back inside, and I found them immediately at the tower, and I was not going to miss the opportunity to test out the SCAR. Now, in most scenarios, I would probably run and just keep running and just, cut my losses. But like I said, I was looking for PvP this time. I was not going to keep running from these guys. And right here, I found one chasing me, and I once again made the rookie mistake. I had my gun zeroed in at the wrong, as you can see right there. I completely forgot to fix the damn range on my rifle just because of the adrenaline. I had this guy dead to rights, and it was just like all for nothing, man. After about 10 minutes, I guess one of them flanked me right here. Now, this is where he shot me from. You guys, y'all be the judge. I do not see him. I'm not saying he hacked or anything. He could be behind the tree. All I'm saying is I did not see him, and those were some very well-placed shots for someone who's behind the tree. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. But guys, that was the end of my story. Thanks for watching. It was so many rookie mistakes made in the last 10 minutes of that run. I could not believe it. I was kicking myself so much. You have no idea how much. But guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.